Hello, welcome or welcome back. Today is a very special video because I am recording from my new home, which I have just moved into. It is a dream home and it came about all because of the law of assumption, and I want to just share a bit more about this story with you so that, you can do it too. So for those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Hedley Derenzie and I am a qualified life coach. I'm an author and I am also super passionate about the amazing teachings of the law of assumption as originally taught by the great American mystic Neville Goddard. It is the stories that we tell that create our reality, case in point. And so if you want to change any part of your reality, then you have to start by changing the story. And if you want to create the most amazing reality for yourself, then you need to know how to start to tell the most amazing stories. And that's where these teachings can really help. I'm speaking from personal experience, and that is why I'm here, because I want to help you to tell much better stories and have a much better reality if you would like. So there are a number of different ways you can work with me. I have one-to-one coaching, I have quick coaching, which is all done on email, and I also have a free 21-day set yourself up with the ultimate self-concept course, which is the ultimate story that you want to be telling. And I'm also on Instagram, and you can find all of those details in the comments box below. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, today I am so excited to make this video because I am recording from my brand new home, which I recently purchased. As some of you know, I decided that I was going to tell a new home story, and within 6 months I am now living in my dream home, and it all came about thanks to these incredible teachings. And as you can see, I don't have much because I don't have any furniture. I sold it years ago. I bought the outdoor furniture off the previous owners, so that was a gift. And then out back there, you can't see it, but I have the most amazing garden with avocados and passion fruit and lemons, and I have a beautiful view over the treetops towards the ocean. It is unbelievable. It is seriously, like, I'm still coming to terms with being in this reality because I've never lived in a home like this. This is above and beyond anything I was dreaming of it, and I want to share the story of that with you, because I've shared a little bit about the buying and the selling of my place, but I didn't actually share with you where this started and how it started and exactly what I did. And that's what I want to make this video for, because I want to share this with you. Because remember, you're the star of your movie. If you're watching this, that's because I'm a support character in your movie. You've cast me, thank you, to show up in your movie and remind you of what's possible for you. That is my role. You are the star of your movie. You get to decide what the story you're going to hold about everything that you're hearing here. You can either see this as something that's there for somebody else, or you could say, hey, I'm the star of my movie. This is showing up in my movie. This sounds pretty cool. I'm going to do this for myself as well. This was something that came up for me, and I decided this was a story that I wanted to experience. And here I am. Like, it's real. It's happened. I'm here. I keep walking around like smiling. I can't stop smiling, and I can barely I believe it, but I also don't believe it. It feels like a dream. You know, it is a dream, as Neville says. We're in a dream and we've just forgotten where the dream is. And part of this process, part of these teachings that the purpose of these teachings is to help us remember that we are the dreamers, and we can absolutely dream anything we want into existence, and we do it all in consciousness. So I want to share with you how this home came about. So as some of you know, I started working with these teachings some time ago. I started making these videos in October when things really started picking up. And then in November, I received an email about this lottery where you could win a house. Like, it was this dream house. It was on the beach, and it was just near where I lived. And I knew that I wanted to create a new home environment. I'd been renting for 2 years, and I just wanted to step things up. And obviously with these teachings, I now realized I knew how to do that. This competition came into my reality, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to win this home. Now, spoiler alert, I didn't win this home, but there's a story to that. And basically what I did was the home was so beautiful, the home that you could win, it was so beautiful. And I now know, thanks to Neville and thanks to these teachings, that if you want something, you have to live in the end of already having it. So from about November 15 to when the competition was drawn, which was on the 25th of December, I went to sleep every single night imagining myself going to sleep in this home that was just back from the water, so you could hear the ocean. There were trees between the house and the ocean, so you couldn't actually see it, but you could really hear it. And because they had a video of the home, I was able to go in, and there were like hardwood floors, and like it was just stunning. It was a total beach home. And there was one scene that I really anchored into every night, and that was where I was standing on the balcony of this home, and I had my hands on the balcony rails, and I would just close my eyes and I could hear the ocean and I could feel the breeze, and I was thinking, I'm here in my beautiful dream home. And I did that every night for a good month and a bit. Prior to the draw, I went to Sydney and I caught up with a friend who lived just near where I used to live, where my apartment is that's been rented out for a few years. And I bumped into my old neighbour. We had a good chat, and then I went down, had a coffee with my friend, and I get a call from my neighbour's husband. And he said, are you interested in selling your apartment? And I was like, I hadn't really kind of given it much thought, but why don't we just have a coffee? Anyway, so the next day, caught up with my neighbour, and he offered me an insane amount of money for my apartment. And I was like, oh my God, like suddenly this became a very real possibility, because it was a lot of money. And I was like, that could be amazing. The only thing was he wasn't able to get the money for another year, and I realised that that wasn't something that I was willing to kind of hang around for, but it planted the seed that yes, I could sell my apartment. I decided to sell it, and then on the 25th of December, when they drew the home, I was very devastated to learn that I didn't win. And having practiced these teachings and having known how this stuff works, sometimes reality doesn't play out on the timeline that we would like. So even though I was super devastated, I was also aware that this is like whatever I'm holding in consciousness is what gets pushed out, and we don't know how reality reflects that back, only that it does. So I knew that. So I was able to be devastated and kind of like bummed out that I didn't win this beautiful home. But I also know that we have no control over reality. Reality does reflect back in the perfect time. And all we have to do is do the work in consciousness. And that's what I was doing. So I kind of stopped at that point sleeping in that house because it wasn't my house anymore. However, the work had been done, and that's what we're getting to with this place. It'll blow your mind. Anyway, I started the process of selling my apartment. I sold it in February and immediately went looking for my new home. 20 days later, this magically appeared, and I moved in 3 days ago. And there was a moment where I was standing on the balcony and I had my hands on the balcony rail and I closed my eyes and I was there. I was in the scene that I had been envisioning only a few months ago, back in November, where I could feel the breeze, I could hear the ocean, but then what was even more amazing is when I opened my eyes, I could not only hear the ocean, but I can see the ocean. And that is how reality sometimes shows up even better than your imagined reality. And not only that, even though I didn't win this home is exactly what I had been envisioning. Beautiful big spaces, massive high ceilings, hardwood floors, incredible views, beautiful garden, like the list of the amazingness just goes on, and it's like I am in my dream home. I am in the home that I was envisioning. It's been reflected back slightly differently to the exact one I was, but this is even better because I'm close to my community, I'm close to my friends, I can ride my bike to the beach. Like it's a dream come true, and that's why I wanted to make this video, because this is evident of these teachings really do work. I started consciously working on this story in November. It is now April 10th, something like that. That's like 6 months from the point of conception to being in my new reality. That is not a long time, and of course it's not about time. And also I'm still curious as what it would be like to win a home. That would still be pretty cool. I'm not giving up on that. You do not need to know how these things are going to show up. I did not know how this was all going to show up. I didn't know that I was going to sell my apartment. I didn't know that my neighbor was going to like offer me that kind of crazy money that got me on that process. So everything just happened really organically and naturally. I didn't do anything. I just followed the next step. So the steps was kind of put in front of me, and then I just followed it. And that all came after I had really been doing the visioning process and living in the end of being in my dream home already, which is what Neville really teaches. And so putting this stuff into practice is super important. You want to live in the end of what it is that you want and not hold too tightly to it. Just know that whatever you focus on in consciousness has to get reflected back in reality. And if you want evidence of that, I'm a support character in your movie, and this is now in your movie. This is now a possibility for you. It always is a possibility, but just the fact that it's showing up as a possibility in this little video means that this is 100% possible. This stuff works. You can have anything you want, you can make anything you want, you can do anything you want, and you do it all in consciousness, and reality will reflect it back, and it'll reflect it back even better than you think. Like, not only can I hear the ocean, but I can also see it. I couldn't see it in my other house because there were bushes there. Now I have the bushes, but I can see over them. It's awesome. And it's all possible. Like, this is, yeah, anyway, you get the point. All right, that's all I wanted to share with you. Please do the work. Please, you know, it's all there for you. You have, your imagination is your superpower. So go in there, be with it, hang out there, color it in, and, you know, sit back, relax, and watch the movie unfold. Please remember that you are the amazing creators of your reality. You are the superstar of your show. You are the producer, the writer, the director, and the actor in your movie. What you assume to be true will be so. So assume the best for you and assume the best for everyone in your movie too, and you will have an amazing reality. And this is my wish, my prayer, my vision for you. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and leave your comments. And if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would love to have you. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.